all the work, they don't hit it. I mean, I know I can't do that, but I know I can definitely come up with a drill for it. It should work.
All right. I think we're set up.
What were you drawing, Jan?
We're going to drill the parallax effect.
Oh,
Right here, right now, here in a minute.
I love that one.
As soon as we get. Why do you love it? How do you know you love it? I'm going to make sure people can hear me. Only members can comment, though, so. Let me see here.
I love that
Should be able to hear me, hopefully. Maybe, maybe not. Hard to tell. I don't know. If there's any members on right now, because I do have member chat only, so you got to be a member of the channel to chat or to send messages or whatever. So if you're a member, let me know that you can hear me. If not, I'm going to proceed. We're going to drill a ball. I'm going to drill the parallax effect because I need to review it, and I haven't done it yet, and I've been procrastinating. So we're going to get it done here in a minute. We've got her laid out 40 by 4.5 by 30. I'm not using the vector system for storm, just because I like the numbers better. I like being able to get it down to. I don't even really know why. I just really like using dual angles instead. So we're gonna use dual angles, and we're gonna get it done. So I use switch grip. So I always line up first, get your pitches set. For me, it's pretty crazy. I'm at a half reverse and a 16th left.
Why you got a big one now?
With a stretch span for me. Okay, so we're good there. We're gonna line her up. Line her up. Yep.
Use dual angle because it's the most repeatable system.
There we go.
Yeah, we need that.
Line her up. I don't know why I turn that on yet. And make sure we got everything in line where we want it.
No, we need a vacuum and put on.
I know, we're going to vacuum as soon as we get her set up and we switch out to the pilot hole, which is right now. We're going to switch to an inch and 3/8. Do a pilot before we do the actual hole for switch grip. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, calm down. Calm it down there, tater salad. So you see the max bias is going to be about 3 inches right of my thumb. So it starts to get away from that super strong position. Still in a pretty strong position. It gets away from the super strong position, which is just next right of the thumb, right next to it. Generally, that's about what you want if you're looking for max motion with that max bias. And then if you start moving the max bias this way, getting it into the thumb, you're basically creating supposed to do a symmetrical piece, and then as you move it this way, you lay the core down to a lot less flare, earlier ball reaction, smoother ball reaction. We drill the pilot for 2 reasons. A, it doesn't beat up your 1.5 bit because you're drilling a lot of switch grips. We don't have to get it sharpened all the time. We want it to be the same for as long as possible. B, the pilot hole allows there to be a little space at the bottom for glue runoff. So when you put your outer in, there's a little room down there for a little glue to run down and not get stuck, get the mechanism all stuck and everything. So before we proceed, see if anybody's told me that they can or can't hear. I have nothing, so I don't see anybody saying they can't hear. I don't see anybody saying they can, so that's okay. We're going to proceed. Now we're going to take a switch grip outer. We're going to rough the upside or the outside of it just to give her a little grab. Make it to where she'll stay in there a little better with a little bit of glue. Won't pull out. I've had them pull out before. Very rare, but I've had them pull out before. Because if I put one in that's smooth, it goes, you can see it, drops in and out, doesn't grab at all. And then if I go to this one, where will notch go? There it is. Now you see it. It's a little tighter. It doesn't just drop in. You gotta push it down. So it gives it a little bit of extra grab, which is good. Greg stole my glue, so we're going to. Let me see it.
Let me hold on.
You're gonna hold on to it?
Yeah, I pushed down.
No. We gotta do it the right way, bud. There's a notch on it. We gotta put that notch on the very back and have it make sure it's lined up on the back of the hole. So watch your hands. Move out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Lined up nice and straight. Now we got to wait a couple of minutes. That's the unfortunate part. Now we got to wait to make sure it glues down and stays steady. Because otherwise, if I start cutting with the plug cutter, it'll start spinning it. And it'll move it out of position. We don't want that. We can't have it out of position. Because then our thumb, because we use an oval on our thumb, it wouldn't be the right angle. So we got to make sure she's in the right angle. How'd it go, man? Any better? It was better? Okay, good. All right, let's check. Is it moving? I don't have any movement, so we're going to keep trying. Let's see. I got to move it back to 0. All pitches back to 0 to cut down this outer. There we go. Make sure we are centered on the plug cutter, just because we're going to turn the vacuum on. You're going to hold it. All right. Hold it right there. Just so. So nice and slow. We don't want it to just grab it and start turning. We need one of those cups that go in there and catches everything. All right, there we go. Let's turn that off. Watch your hands. Okay, now we can go in. Okay, go ahead. And we got a nice little. All right, let's wait, bud. Cool little razor blade here. A little handy rounded razor blade. Works perfect for getting these out. Getting all the edges out, because the edges get a little sharp, and just wrap around it one time. Boom, good to go. All right, vacuum up. Let's kind of round her out there, or not really round it, but clean out that spot. Clean out the hole. Clean up our mess, because I hate drilling with a mess around. All right, and now we are good to go with the switch grip. Now we got to just measure out what we want to do for our span. It's a new span, so I don't even remember what it is. Let's find out. You can check to make sure our thumb sits flat. You can put your thumb in. Don't leave it in though. Nice and flush, perfect. Don't leave it in just in case there's glue down there. Check our span. I gotta be at 4 and 5 and 4 and 3. Cut to cut. So make your mark and then you're gonna double check. Draw your lines and then it'll tell you which part of the line you want to hit, whether it be the center, the top, the bottom, based on where it needs to be.
Better? Okay. We don't have any in. Are we getting some in here?
Probably not. They're not very good. It's not as good as like a ball cleaner. I shouldn't say that, but the ball cleaners down there are much better than.
Can we draw a big thumb? We need a big thumb.
We be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean I'm.
Sort of. I mean,
All right, so I got my lines on there. So by double checking the line, I know I have to hit dead center on that left finger and just to the top of this other line. So always double check. And for me, I use like a vacuum system. I don't do true vacuum grip. I just go 3-bit sizes above 31/32, which is 1 1/64. Drill a little bit bigger hole at the top and then smaller to 31/32 through the bottom, so that way you can create that little bit of a suction or room for air, or room for expansion on the top. So we set our left pitch at 3/8. 3/8 left, and I do 0 pitch on the fingers now. I used to do some reverse, but my oh, I guess I should put a bridge on it. Whew. Getting a little ahead of myself. Don't do that. No, we gotta put a bridge on it, huh? Otherwise we put the holes right together. That's an awful bridge. Don't do that. All right. There we go. Now we know where to go. Get her lined up. Always double check everything you're doing. We'll stop, double check, make sure we're lined up. So we gotta go to the center of that. So we'll move just a little up and to the right. Up a little more. That'll be good there. That'll be good there. Lock her in place, get the vacuum. Good. Boom. There we go. Put the line. Now we go down an inch with this bigger bit. And I got a cool little gauge here that'll tell me about an inch, which is about right there. Shut her down, switch the bit out, go to 31/32. Drill the rest of the hole. Go down to the grip line, right about there. Switch it back out. We gotta go back to the other big bit, inch and 64. I gotta change our pitches again. Go the other way. 375 that way. Turn off our suction. Now we gotta get it lined back up with this bit. Vacuum back off for a minute. This one we said we have to hit the top side of the hole. So I will get that going. Check it out. Go about halfway down. Pretty good there. Looking like we are pretty good there. So we're just going to leave it there. There we go. Bang, bang. Go down an inch. Push that bit out. Finish out the hole. Good there. Put her down, clean your mess. Put your bits back where they belong so you don't get confused or lose anything. Now we're going to take a bevel sander, just touch the top, just to round them off, just to make it a little less likely for cracking. You don't want to see the bridge crack, you don't want to see cracking around the sides. We'll be good to go. Now, we're going to put grips in. And this is where it gets interesting because of the vacuum system. Some people do them a little bit different. I use 11 and 45, and I use the oval side. So if you can see, there's a gap there. This fits in. You see it wobbles there, but when you press it down into the 31/32 hole, it holds it in place. It'll be good to go there. Now we just got to line it up, figure out exactly the angle you want your grips at, because most people obviously you don't want them up and down, straight up and down, because of having to then turn your thumb in, and it changes the angle of your grip. So we turn our grips slightly to make sure it's in line with the way our fingers face. So for me, I do the side, the front side, and then the other side. And I leave this side unglued, that way I can press back. Because my swelling is front to back more than anything. So I do just a little bit near the top. Let that sit flush. And I'll come over to this corner. Get that to be flush. And then just do a pinch straight on this side. We're good to go. And then mine don't sit up at all. Mine sit flush, but I still have, if you can see it, you can still see that gap right there. So I could still push that and get that to give me a little bit of flex there. So I use tape on my fingers, protect my fingers, and gives me a little bit of extra grip, which feels kind of cool, kind of nice. I use the red, big red turbo tape, new stuff they just came out with. Shout out to them because that stuff is actually really good. I was using the kinesiology tape for that. All right, left side. Press that down. And voila, they don't sit up. We got flex on the sides. You can see these sides don't have glue on them, so I get a little flex there. I can get my fingers in for a little bit of extra bendiness.
Is that a word?
New thumb. Bendiness is now a word, yes. It is a very good word. It's my word. It's the word. You put the thumb in. Everything's good. Sits flush. We've got ourselves a brand new, beautiful parallax effect at 40 by 4.5 by 30. So you can see that pen. It's good 2.5, almost 3 inches above my ring finger there. The mass bias about 3 inches to the right. So we're going to take this out on the lanes here probably tomorrow and see what she's got as far as ball reaction goes. All right. So, well, let's kind of switch around here. We can chat. We got a new member there from TJ joined up. Appreciate that. A couple new members. We got Stacy, TJ. You guys can now join the chat and actually chat along with me. But here's a good view of the shop. For those of you in Michigan, you get to see us over here in let me see if I can't. Let's just switch this around. That way I can see. Oh, there's Greg. Greg's drilling a ball. His own stuff. He's cheating. Actually, I was just kidding. No, it's because I'm drilling my own stuff right now. So So there we go. So that is drilling a parallax, which actually is from what I can see, is a really good ball. I've seen some of the reviews there, seen what Storm did, seen their take on it. They did like a 7 I don't remember what they call it, 7 ways or something like that. So you can see that ball go down the lane pretty good and do whatever you want. Now it's got to be better than the parallax because I thought the parallax was not as good. I mean, it's the same thing. Actually, I just did a review on a ball today. It was the dynamic swing pearl. If you guys remember the review I did on the original dynamic swing, it was awful. I mean, not an awful ball. It was just the ball reaction just wasn't up to par. It wasn't a very good ball reaction. So I did the dynamic swing pearl today, and I was expecting a lot of the same thing. Didn't get the same thing. I actually got lots of good ball reaction, really good, real clean, super strong down lane. I thought it was actually really cool. So I'm expecting the same thing out of the parallax effect because I didn't think the parallax was very good down lane, and the parallax effect should be a little bit better, hopefully, because it's a pearl version now. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm going to get out of here. I just wanted to show you guys the drilling of the parallax effect there and kind of show you the shop a little bit so you guys can kind of see all the fanciness we've got going on here with everything there. We've got a couch you can sit on, play with a bus and a computer if you want. But I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later. Make sure to stop up here if you're in the Michigan area. We're at 7100 Cooley Lake Road, Waterford Township, Michigan. So you can give us a call at 1-833-LTC-BULL, and you could either connect to the shop, to my phone, or to Greg and talk to any of us. So give us a call, shoot us an email. We're at bowlerxtrainingcenter@gmail.com, and we'll answer any of the questions you guys have. So until next time, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later. We'll probably do some more with like the obsessions. Maybe I'll drill the obsessions tomorrow, and you guys can watch that too. So we'll see you guys later. Take care.